Hey traders, Parker here with another indicator. Today I'll be introduced to my version of the slow stochastics indicator. If you're unfamiliar with what the stochastics does, check out a couple of other videos. On this video, I'm just going to show you the features of the indicator. So let's get into it. So if you're familiar with some of my other lower indicators, I normally put in volume in there, and I use Heikin. So with the slow stochastics K line, what you're gonna get is this bright green if everything's going up. If Heikin is trending up and volume is above average, and you can see that in price as well. And if Heikin is trending up and volume below average, you get dark green. Vice versa, if Heikin is trending down and it's above average volume, you get bright red, and you get pink if Heikin is trending down and volume is below average. So that's everything that's built into this K line, and I put it in bars to be painted as well. On the D line, what you're going to get is just like the MACD, the move as convergence divergence of these two lines. So when the lines are diverging and K is moving up, you'll get cyan. And when K is when the lines are still diverging, but K is no longer moving up, the stochastics would turn blue, and vice versa. When you have a convergence and both are moving down, you get red, and you get yellow if stochastics is K is moving up while D is going down. The other feature of the indicator is I put another stochastics in there as well. If you're familiar with my last video, I'd like to use 6, 24, and 48 on a 10-minute period. The reason why I explained in the video was 6 10-minute bars to give you an hour, 24 give you 4 hours, and 48 will give you 8 hours. So that's how I like to use it on the daily, on the intraday time frame. And this is one of the energy stocks, and it worked out pretty well on this one right here. As you can see, you had some turbulence here, but your stochastics kind of kept you in. It's above 50. Also, this is the 50 line for the stochastics that I forgot to mention. This is overbought, and this other white line down here is oversold. And I'm going to make this one bigger so we can see it a little bit better as well. So this is the stochastics, and this is a uranium energy stock. And you can see how it really helped you out over here. Even though it gave you this false indication, well, the painting of the bars gave you a false indication, but the stochastic still showed you it was still going down. And also the higher period stochastic is still red. And your move up came right here, and you can see it's a faster two lines moved above the 50, while the slower line moved above 50 over here in the back period. So, and it would have kept you in this trade up until this period. You probably would have want to exit it there, but you might not have, because all this volume is low volume. But I definitely would have exited here if it was just for a scalp. And oil is back up, so this uranium player energy stocks are back up as well. So let's move over to the daily chart. And on the daily chart, I chose 5, 21, and 84. My reason behind that is there's only 253 or 252 trading days in a year. So if you watched the last video, I explained that as well. But 5 days to give you a week, 21 to give you a month, and 84 to give you a quarter. So basically 4 months is a quarter. So the same emphasis that I showed you on the slower time period, you can use this on the daily as well. You can see right here, cross back above, oversold, and continue to move up, even though you got all of this choppiness right here. The stochastics continue to move above, and once it got above 50 or crossed above oversold, it would have been a great buy as well for this energy play, especially during this time of sector rotation and everything that's going on in the Ukraine and these interest rates and inflation, everything. So energy cost is really going up, and this is uranium play. But for the most part, the shorter time period, the week and the month, is what I have for the two lines, and the month and the quarter is what I have for the cloud. And you can see right here, the month, the week and the quarter, the week and the month actually pushed above, oversold. While I took a couple of more days for the actual longer periods to cross above this oversold as well. But you had a fast indication to go ahead and jump into it. And it has the same, like I told you before, with the features of the indicator. It showed you everything. And this dip it showed you right here was all on low volume. And you got this big push up with this, you got this big push up with volume. A retest. And these gray boxes are just my supply and demand zones. And then I have my fib on here as well. And right now it's pushing above 110. But those are the features of the indicator. And like I said before, if you're unfamiliar with stochastics, look up a lot of, there's just a lot of information out there for stochastics. And if you have any other questions or anything, just shoot me an email. And you can find the indicator in the link in the description. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video. I wish you well in your trading.